We've got the calendar next, and Paul Wolf, your race-winning Atlanta crew chief, joining us at the top of the hour.
TMDJ Tuesday on the Morning Drive. SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
J'ai 15 ans, qu'est-ce que je fais? Qu'est-ce que je fais? Je m'arrête ou je continue. J'ai 15 ans où j'en suis à la
10 minutes before the top of the hour. Paul Wolf on the way. Sammy, what is this?
Encore.
The song is called "Stop Encore." It's from this movie called, not from this movie, but it's from a movie called Three Kings. It was in a movie with Three Kings with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah,
Mark Wahlberg, Ice Cube, Spike Jonze, and George Clooney when they steal the Kuwaiti gold that Saddam stole. It's like it's a whole thing. David O. Russell movie, and they play this song in it. And I don't know any of the words because I don't speak French, but I like the beat and the stop. And I like that a little bit.
Well, you missed it was French Language Day yesterday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
On the calendar.
Well, that's why I did it then.
Encore.
Boom.
Encore.
Hey, Pete,
Yes.
what is today?
Today, Bagman, is Tuesday, March 21st, 2023.
Today is 3D Day.
Are you in another dimension?
Do you see a lion or a witch or a wardrobe?
So the 3D movie phase, is that over? Pretty much, right?
No, they still make them.
They do. Really?
Yeah, they still make 3Ds, but that's not what this is. It's 3D Day because it's the third day of the third week of the third month.
Are you in another dimension?
Yes, I am, actually.
Just before we go down the path of movies and how they're shot, but I am a fan of a good 3D movie, though.
Yeah, I go
And
back and
IMAX.
forth. The best one I've ever saw was the very first Avatar. That one worked for me. Lots of them didn't work after that for me.
Do you remember they had the 3D TVs in like the early 2010ish that like you had to buy and like wear the glasses to watch the TV? What an inconvenience!
Crazy. So we're
That's
getting a new
why we don't have them anymore.
We're getting a new TV for the family room upstairs. We're in the market. We're going to get one 8K. Take it easy.
Well, you won't be able to use it yet, but have the technology for when it becomes available.
Well, that's Michelle. She goes, I don't want to change this TV. We've had that one for 8 years, which is amazing. And technology, as you know, changes. So, yeah, we're going 8K, even though we can't use it.
Today is National Agriculture Day.
All right. Tip of the cap to all of our farmers out there and agriculturalists. We appreciate it.
And the almanac.
Right.
Today is National Common Courtesy Day, which you can argue has gone away. It's not many common courtesies around anymore.
I held the door for a lady yesterday at the post office. I was coming out. She was coming in. I held the door. You would have thought I gave her $100,000. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I said, you're welcome. Now get moving. I got to get going, you old bag. No, I didn't say that.
Okay. All right. There is, I make sure to help, like when there are ladies traveling alone and they're wrestling with their luggage, I'll help get it up in the overhead bin and help get it down for them, or on the parking shuttle.
Big deal, right? It's the least you could do.
Assistance. Yes.
Yeah,
Be nice.
exactly. Very nice.
Shut up, Sammy. Today's National Fragrance Day.
Common Courtesy Day. Shut up, Sammy.
Sammy will never. Sammy said, you know what? Take care of yourself. Yeah, I'm doing me.
It's a flight attendant's job, not my job.
No, the flight attendants. It's not the flight attendant's job to put bags in the overhead. And some will remind you of that.
Really?
Hey, it's your bag. You put it up there. Oh, I witnessed that one day.
Why am I helping?
You put it up there. Hey, if it's too heavy, don't pack so much next time. I heard that conversation.
What are you
like,
trying with?
all right, welcome to flight number, let's keep it real here on American Airlines.
Well, you on your way to an anvil convention? What do you got in here?
Today is National Renewable Energy Day.
Big fan. Think about getting solar panels for the roof, boys, to power the house. What do you think?
I can help you with that because I know friends that have them and are thinking about getting them again.
Okay.
There are some loopholes.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I'll talk to you about it later.
As long as they don't leak, I don't care about the loopholes.
Well, no. I mean, the only way they would leak is if the bolts go into the roof wrong, but that's
I don't want
them, obviously.
Right. I don't want shoddy construction. Put them in right.
Don't shoddy construction. Today is World Puppetry Day.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And
Puppet. He's a puppet.
This is one of the greatest moments in debate history. They're both just saying, "You're a puppet, not a puppet," just back and forth with each other.
Puppet.
Just a great sign of things to come for the future at that point.
Most famous puppet, who is it?
Pinocchio.
Kermit the Frog.
See, those are two good ones. I would have said probably Kermit, but Pinocchio's a good one too. Yeah.
He's
Well,
a
my
real
favorite,
boy,
though,
not a puppet.
is-
So
Right.
Is
Lamb chop.
Madam. Madam.
Wayland.
Wheeland and Madam. Or
Wayland.
Wheeland.
Wheel. It's not a modified tour. Was it?
Well, I was going to say, she got the big lights, pace car lights on top of her head.
it's ground pounder.
800 power, 800 horsepower. Wayland and Madam.
Two cars. All right, on this day in 1556, Thomas Cranmer, the Archbishop of Canterbury, was burned at the stake at Oxford after retracting the last of 7 recantations that same day.
Well, they took that pretty seriously back then, didn't they?
That's quick, man.
Man alive.
Well, but what wasn't there, he also parked his chariot on the start-finish. No, never mind. All right.
All right.
On this day in 1788, almost the entire city of New Orleans was destroyed by fire. 856 buildings were destroyed.
Well, that's like 2 days in a row. Yesterday you had a Boston fire. Wow.
And matter of fact, I learned of this when I did a haunted ghost tour of New Orleans when I was there before Katrina.
A haunted ghost tour.
Well, they were throwing babies out of buildings, and they were talking about how
Oh,
that
my
whole
God.
area that we were in was destroyed, and people were trying to flee and evacuate.
Really glad
It's
I did not play Disco Inferno for this.
Yes.
'cause I was
That
contemplating
was,
it for a
no, I'm
second.
glad you didn't. Glad you didn't. Good call.
On this day in 1851, Yosemite Valley was discovered in California.
Yosemite Sam, the roughest, toughest He-Man, stuffest hombre has ever crossed the Rio Grande. And I don't mean Mahatma Gandhi.
Thank you, Yosemite. Thank you. On this day in 1902, in New York, 3 Park Avenue mansions were destroyed when a subway tunnel roof caved in. All right, now that brings up a question.
Yeah.
So when they went to build the subway system, how do you keep everything propped up and you're digging tunnels out underneath it? I've never understood that.
This is that shoddy construction I'm concerned about. You see what I mean? Come on.
See what happens when one bolt's left missing?
That's sad.
On this day in 1910, the U.S. Senate granted ex-President Teddy Roosevelt a yearly pension of $10,000.
10 G's.
That seems light.
Well, what year are you talking there?
1910.
Oh,
Still seems light.
really? I don't know. That's kind of. I'll take it. I'll take it now.
That'd be $316,000 today.
Baggy.
Still light.
Yeah. He's
You
Teddy
just ran the
Roosevelt.
country. I mean, come on.
He's Teddy.
And the man's named Teddy. Come on. All right, on this day in 1928,
Hey.
U.S. President Calvin Coolidge gave the Congressional Medal of Honor to Charles Lindbergh for his first transatlantic flight.
Old Lucky Lindbergh.
On this day in 1963, Alcatraz Island, the federal penitentiary in San Francisco Bay, closed.
Patriotism is the virtue of the vicious, according to Oscar Wilde.
And on this day in 1994, Steven Spielberg won his first Oscar. They were there for the Best Picture and Director for Schindler's List.
You were making out during Schindler's List?
Birthdays today. Matthew Broderick is 61. Gary Oldman is 65. Adrian Peterson's 38. Rosie O'Donnell, 61. Ayrton Senna would have been 63 today. Other birthdays include birthdays for Larry McClure, Fonty Flock, Jeff Krogh, and Joe Menzer.
Well, happy birthday, one and all, on this Tuesday, March 21st, 2023.
The Morning Drive.
Let's go.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.